guys, my name is Archie Andrews and I'm going to do a quick cooking class on how to use a steamer and cook up any chicken, make chicken fajitas, or just make chicken on your own. And so here's what I'm gonna do. I have some cut onions and peppers that I already threw in here, and I'm gonna throw in some chicken as well. I have a couple of chicken in here. And then I have the fajita seasoning from Epicure. I'm gonna throw this over here, just so I'm not contaminating stuff. And I am going to put a tablespoon or two in here. I'm already running so low because I use it so much. I really like this fajita seasoning. All right. So you're going to laugh at me, but that is essentially it. I'm going to throw this in the microwave and talk a little bit more to you while this is cooking. So I'm going to toss it up just a little bit, just so that all the spices that I threw on gets put in here. Now all I put in here was cut up onions and peppers. I didn't want to do that live and cut up onions live because every time I cut up an onion, I like ugly cry. And I've tried so many different things, it never works. My husband one time was like following me around with a candle because he seemed to think that cutting up onions and like doing that with candles would make a difference. All right, so the fajita seasoning is in here. The chicken's in here. The peppers and onions are in here. I'm going to close this lid and throw this in the microwave for 7 minutes. Alright, so while that's going, I will talk to you guys a little bit more. And I'm a little farther away, so I don't see your comments over here. So as soon as I'm done with this portion over here, I'm gonna come around and answer any questions that you guys may have. So initially, I wasn't even going to buy the steamer because I have an air fryer, I have an Instapot, and I was like, I don't need another appliance in my house. I have plenty taking up enough room. But when I signed up as a consultant and I got the Mexican kit and some of the other stuff in there, steamer was one of the things that came over. And I had about 10 minutes to make dinner once, and I wanted to eat healthy. I didn't want to just eat junk food because I was on the go. And I was like, all right, well, let's try it out. Because I knew if I put it in the Instapot, it would take 10 minutes to come to pressure, another 10 minutes to cook, and all of that jazz. I didn't have the time to stand near a stove and cook it. I needed to get stuff done while the dinner was cooking. So I tried it out, and then I was a believer because the chicken was so tender. It was more tender than what I had been used to in the Instapot, and it wasn't like wet, like, you know, like in an Instapot, it's like that liquid buildup. It didn't have that. And I'm gonna show you some of the stuff that came with the steamer. So the steamer comes with a little tray like this. And if you wanted to cook broccoli, throw that in with the steamer. You can throw this in and put a lid on it. You could have the chicken underneath and the broccoli on top. And then it came with this little instructions in case you didn't know how long to cook what for. So it says you could cook macaroni pasta for 2 cups, add 4 cups of water, cover, microwave, strain 7 to 8 minutes, makes about 3.5 cups. So no waiting for the water to boil, no standing by the stove, no, you know, hoping that it doesn't overboil and like make a mess around. So quick, so easy. And you can cook all sorts of different pastas in it. You can do white rice, quinoa, broccoli florets. I love making broccoli in the steamer, especially with the Epicure garlic aioli mix. Like if you just drizzle some garlic aioli on top of steamed broccoli, your kids will eat broccoli, no problem, because it is so delicious, so good. My husband eats it, that's how I know, and he's not a big health food eater, so if it passes his test, then it's good. You can cook broccoli florets, you can do baby carrots, you can do baby potatoes, you can do frozen mixed vegetables, salmon, fish, chicken breast, any like tofu stuff. And the front's in English, the back's in French. So it tells you what to cook and how to cook it. And I'm a huge fan of it. And just in general, with Epicure, for me, I have a busy life. I'm usually on the go. I work and I do a lot of workouts, and I'm into health and fitness. And I love to craft if I have the time, or just chat with people. Like, I don't have time to spend hours and hours in the kitchen, nor do I enjoy it. So all my meals, I love them for them to be quick, simple, but I also want them to be healthy. I don't necessarily just want fast food. I want good, healthy fast food. And I have personally lost 40 pounds just eating good and healthy. And one of the things that I realized before I started Epicure is I would eat raw vegetables. And with Epicure, I'm learning to season my vegetables properly so that they taste amazing. And it doesn't feel like I'm missing out if I don't have carbs at night, or if I even had like fajitas as a salad. It is so delicious, you're not even gonna miss that tortilla, because you're gonna put that avocado on or salsa on and have the chicken. It's so delicious. And again, if you want to have the stuff and you just want it for the taste, it's also delicious. So one of the things, if any of you are joining in and have no idea what Epicure is a Canadian company. It is just recently brought over to US. It's a direct sales company, and essentially everything is non-GMO, gluten-free, and it's certified gluten-free. So the facility does not manufacture anything gluten, so there's no traces of gluten either in it. It is low sodium. Even the sugar they have is like coconut palm sugar, so it doesn't cause spikes. I know some people who are diabetic are concerned about the desserts and the amount of sugars in it. It does not cause sugar spikes. It is really healthy, and once you start eating Epicure, you'll notice the difference between desserts. Like, I just had non-Epicure brownie the other day, and it made me crave more brownies, made me crave more sugar. I didn't feel like I really, like, it just made me crave it more, and I had spikes, and I just felt so yuck after. Like, I had that sugar rush through me. And with Epicure, you'll see that that does not happen, because everything they use is made with whole, real ingredients. And I'm gonna do a quick live demo while I'm making the fajitas. So this is the seasoning that I use today. It is the fajita seasoning mix from Epicure. I also have the Old El Paso, which I used to use before Epicure, and the McCormick one that I just picked up. So the Old El Paso has 290 milligrams of sodium, and I'm gonna read out the ingredients. There's cornstarch, maltodextrin, salt, sugar, sea salt, spice, chili pepper, vegetable oil, citric acid, artificial color, yeast extract, onion powder, silicone dioxide, natural smoke flavor, natural flavor, and garlic powder. So those are all the ingredients in here. Again, I don't know what maltodextrin is, and the artificial coloring, the silicone dioxide sounds very heavily processed. And if you read the label down here, it says produced with genetic engineering. So there's a whole bunch of fake stuff in here, and while it may make your food taste okay or great, you may be used to it, it is so not healthy for you. About 40% of cancers are caused by processed foods, and that's why we're seeing a whole spike in cancers around right now too. It's because of all that processed stuff that we've been eating. Like, people back in the 40s or 30s, the reason why they were healthier is they didn't have processed foods. And the processed foods make you crave more of them too, because that's what the people are doing, is they want you to eat more and buy more. And no wonder we're having an issue in US with just the food and like the health level. So that was Old El Paso. This is McCormick. It has 250 milligrams of sodium. So it's a little less than the old El Paso. And again, the chicken just got done, but you usually have to let it sit for about 3 minutes. I'm gonna let it sit. There's spices in here, including cumin, chili pepper, oregano, onion, salt, corn maltodextrin, corn syrup solids, garlic, mustard bran, citric acid, caramel color, lime juice solids, modified cornstarch, and natural flavor. Again, this corn maltodextrin stuff, I can't even pronounce or spell it. Corn syrup solids, that sounds super yuck. I don't even know how they do that. The artificial coloring in here, and again, the label in here says partially produced with genetic engineering. So there you go. And I will read off the fajitas seasoning from Epicure. There is 0 milligrams of sodium. 0. I'm not lying, 0. And the ingredients in here are spices, chili powder, which is, and they'll tell you what the spices and chili powder are too. It's salt, garlic, and rice concentrate. So none of the thickener stuff in here, the maltodextrin, they actually use the rice concentrate. Onion, garlic, mustard flour, black pepper, lemon, cayenne pepper, and herbs. So you tell me what you feel more comfortable feeding your family. Is it this bunch of genetically engineered products, or is it something that has real natural ingredients in them? So that was one of the reasons why I absolutely fell in love with Epicure. And again, they have a whole bunch of different products and a whole bunch of different lines. This was part of the Mexican kit. There's also a Greek kit. They also have their meal solutions. If you're a mama and you don't have a lot of time to cook, this is your friend. They have some tools in here like the steamer, and I really highly recommend the steamer. Trust me, if you don't like it, you can return it. I will pay your shipping if you don't like it. Like, that's how much I know you're gonna love it. It is absolutely amazing. And again, it's healthy. And I was actually born in India, and when I came over to the US, I gained a whole bunch of weight, and it was all of the processed foods that I was eating that never made me feel like I was full, because I was so used to eating like natural ingredients, natural products in India. And even Europe and some of the other countries will not allow certain products in their food that are processed. US is one of the only countries that will allow it. So you'll see a lot of times that some of the food that is sold elsewhere, they will not have US foods available there because it's so highly processed. And I gained a whole bunch of weight because I was so used to eating processed food here in America. And then I switched to Epicure, and I can tell the difference. I can tell that it is made with whole natural ingredients and products. And it really makes a difference, and it tastes amazing. So what do you have to lose? I'm gonna go check up on the fajitas. All right, so you saw how quick and easy it was. I essentially talked to you the whole time. Maybe it took, what, 2 seconds to throw the fajita seasoning in, and maybe it took me another minute to chop up the onions and peppers before you guys joined me. But look at all this deliciousness. It is so amazing. And I had made a batch earlier as well, so I'm just gonna add to that. So yeah, this was it, quick and easy. And I'm gonna jump on to see if you guys have any questions. But thank you so much